Okay, all exams are to be given with solution. Okay, via Blackboard. Okay, 2016 solution is not given because I don't have it. All right, not because I don't want to give it to you. And we have exam solution given because last year I gave the solution of the exam. I don't want like anyone who have last year exam solution to get any academic penalty or anything. So new exam will be new. You ready for that? So the exam will be new. Last year exam is just closed book. Okay. So you don't. And this year exam, I will try to make everything closed book the same thing. So you don't have to print many pages. And you don't sit in exam room forever when you don't need to. Okay. This one is the ABET criteria. Number one is ability to do the calculation. Okay. We emphasize and enforce in this class. And ethics part. Okay. Ethical and professional responsibility for engineering. We emphasize in this class. And we will talk about it. This is a list of the topic. You will read it by yourself. There's nothing special, just tell what we are going to do. Okay? And this myself, a great financial SWOT. You can just call me Accurate, that's fine. TA is Arya Shadi and grader is Tolani. Tolani, could you please stand up? Okay. So she will hand out where's the sign-up sheet? Okay, keep signing it, okay. And she will count the total number of students in this group. And they have to match to the number of signature, okay? Alright. Class time, we have lab and field trip. We have field trip on 3rd February. 3rd February is Saturday. It is at the East Campus. Anyone who have never been to East Campus, please raise your hand. One. Who else? Oh, you can. Oh. Ryan Baxter, where are you? Have you been to East Campus?
I think so.
Where is it?
East.
East of where? Is it in Lubbock?
Yes.
Yes. What do we have over there? Facilities. Jeremy, Billy's Tech. Where's Jeremy? Hi Jeremy, have you been to East Campus? Did you raise your hand? Yeah, raise your hand. Who else? I want to find how many people have never been to East Campus. Raise your hand, please.
Is East Campus the like
OTC, Oilfield Technology Center, next to textile building. Who have never been there? 2, 3, just 3, 4. Just 4 of you? Really? So the rest have been there already. Stuart Bruce, what did you do in East Campus last time that you go there?
We looked at the separators and the line going from the wellhead to the separators.
In what course?
Production methods, maybe?
Production method. So you already talked about separator? Okay. This time we will go there to talk about separator again, if that's the case. But it will be more detailed. We will tell where should be the separator or what kind of separator, the location of heater, treater, line heater, and where's the tank, where do we put it, and the pressure of each part, the control valve. This is to use for your project. Okay, that's the East Campus. I'll talk about the direction later. 17th February, that's Highborn CSI compressor company. Have you been to Highborn or CSI? None. Okay, good. So this one will be new. And we have either 5th April or 6th April for Sundown Gas Plant. Have you ever been to Sundown Gas Plant? Tristan Russell, maybe in Houston. Matthew Saunders, he's in Houston too. Austin Shriver, where's Austin? SCH. Hi Austin, have you ever been to Sundown? No? Gas plant. Okay. For the East Campus, what do we wear, Mr. Bullard? No FRC, but long pants. Okay. No FRC required, but it said it have to be long pants. No short or sandal or steel toe shoes. Okay. For second one, high bond, do you need FRC?
No.
For high bond, we don't need it either. But for the last one, gas plant, you need FRC. Do we provide them?
Should already have it, right?
No.
Who have it? Or just me? 2, 3. All of them? All of you? Or you don't? Who don't have it? Who don't have it? One? Raise your hand. You really need it. Many. Okay. So there are two options. Option one, we have a blue suit that you put on top of your clothes. It is very, very hot. Okay, you can do so, and the person who go on Friday will use the one that was used on Thursday. Or you can buy your own. The FRC for pants and shirt is totally maybe $100 for the, I think the store opposite to take carpet or somewhere, west of the loop. I think try to buy for yourself. It's very hot, that suit is very, very hot. So all the field trip, you must go there, okay? The lab. At the end, I have the detailed schedule on what day we do what. Alright, that is at the end. And this is uploaded on the Blackboard. Who have access to the Blackboard right now? Are you be able to download it? Oh, it is there. Okay, it's good. So lab, the first lab is Wednesday, January 24th. We need 2 groups, and that is in 204 upstairs. Okay, that's with Mr. Bullard. We need 2 groups. Group 1 is 1 to 150. Group 2 is 4 to 450. Okay, 50-50 separation. Okay. On lab 2, we have 3 groups. 1 to 150, 2 to 250, 4 to 450, and each session they are the same. That's lab 2 at the end of this month. It is on Wednesday too. And lab 3, 4th April, we have 3 groups. That will be about horizontal well in lab 201. When you go to the lab, you need safety glass. Okay, buy safety glass from Walmart or some other place. It's $3 or $4, not that expensive. Lab 4, you don't need safety glass, but you should look nice. Okay, you're required to go to Southwest Petroleum short course in Lubbock downtown to attend the presentation and tell me what you get. Okay. Exam. I think you want to know about the exam. We have 5 to 7 p.m. on March 8th. And if you require for double time or 1.5x time, student with disability service you should work with them to request for some kind of letter, okay, and meet with me in person. I think that's what you have to do. Second exam is also on Thursday. All right, class attendance. Okay, this part is different than other course. The difference is this: if you miss a class, you will not get A, or you may get B, or get C, or get D, or get F. Okay, That's different. Maybe it's a big difference. Other course don't require you to do that. Let's go over it. Late one time is equivalent to missing from class 1/3 time. Okay. All lecture, field trip, exam, laboratory session are mandatory. You must attend. Late or missing from class, blah 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 blah. Read it. Okay. Basically, if you have university skills to not come here, it doesn't mean that you're fine automatically. You're fine partially, and you have to do something for me. Okay. Okay, look at this. A student who missed the class with the university skills need to do a report so that the missing class will not be counted toward any grade penalty. You have to do a report, okay? For missing a regular class, the report is about summary of the missing lecture. The report must be at least 800 words, okay? 800 words is not much. 800 words is not much, okay? Like when you see starting from here to the end, and a little bit in the next page, that is maybe 800 words or more. So basically you write 2 pages of report. Summarize what's happening in this lecture room. That's when you miss the regular class. The report substitute for the missing from laboratory session with a university skills must be at least 1,600 words. If you miss with university skills, it is fine, but you must submit the report. If you do not submit the report, you will have penalty toward your grade. Fair enough, right? So I make up this rule because last year, many people just, hey, I have the doctor know the grade. Okay, I have something to do with the university. I have the conference. All of them are valid, but it keeps coming up. Okay, so you can't go or have anything, it's okay, but you do the report. If you don't do the report, you will have the penalty toward the grade. Okay, the report to substitute for a missing from the field trip session with a university skills must be at least 3,200 words, okay, with word count at the end. The report must be about the technical, blah, 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 anything that you find in the missing field trip. The report will be graded, and don't do like copy or anything. This report must be submitted within 14 calendar days after the end of the excuse period or before May 15. Okay. So let's say you have doctor note saying that you have flu and you really have flu. Okay. And you have flu for 7 days. When doctor allow you to come back, you have 14 days to submit anything for your missing class. Okay. Coming to class within the first 5 minutes of the class time is not considered as being late for class. 30 minutes late or more is late. Okay. So if you come right now, 30 minutes late or more is missing from class. So between 5 and 30 is just late. Late 3 times is missing from class 1 time. The rest, read it by yourself. Okay, look at this bracket and parentheses. Bracket means including 0. Parentheses mean exclude 1. So if you miss the class without university skills or with university skills without submitting the report, or the combination with the late, so from 0 and less than 1, you're still eligible to get A+. But you don't worry about that, right? Doesn't matter. So if you miss 1 class or 2 class or less than 2, at most I just give you A. I don't give you A+. Okay. If you miss more than 2 or you miss 1 time, late 4 times, so if you miss more than 2 but not more than 3, at most you will get B. This is not what you want, right? So if you are going to miss, don't do it more than twice without university skills. Okay? Missing, most of the time missing is with university skills, you believe it or not. Every time that any student miss, they always come with a letter. Very strange, but they come with a letter. So the event of like missing that it's not the university skills. It's like, for example, you go to wedding or something like that. So you have party and hangover. That's not university skills. So if you miss 4 times, or you miss 3 times and you late another 3 times, so totally it's 4, you will get C or less. That doesn't mean that you will get C, okay? If your total score is more than C, at most you will get C. If you miss more than 5, you just get F, okay? Bracket from A and B parentheses is the range from A, including A, to B, excluding B. Attendance, class attendance checking. When you come to class, you sign your name or you can write your name. For anyone that doesn't have name over there, write it at the bottom, okay? And totally will count the number of students. If it doesn't match, we are going to check that who is missing, okay? And if you sign for your friend, we will report to Office of Student Conduct. Question during class. When you are in this class, expect to get question. Field trip requirement. If a student miss more than 1 field trip, then that student will receive an F for the course. This is for the case that you miss without university skills. That's the good rule, right? So that everyone gets a field trip. If you go to field trip, you get 100% of the grade without having to do any report or anything. You just have to be there the whole time. Okay, just that. Okay, any question after this part? No question yet. The rest, do you want to read it by yourself? Or maybe a little bit more on the part that is different. Keep going. Okay, let me read part of it. If a student missed 2 field trips, both missing have the university skills, but the student did not submit the report within 14 days after the excuse period ends, that student get F for the course. So when you miss, you have to submit the report. If your missing is don't have any university excuse, you are not allowed to submit the report. Okay? To be able to submit the report, you have to, just for the field trip. Just for the field trip, if you miss without university skills, you are allowed to submit the report, but that's just 50% of the grade. And if you miss more than 1, you just get F. Good. Don't miss the field trip, it's very easy grade. Homework and quiz. Read it, okay? The part that is different is this. Missing 1 assignment, you will get A or lower. You are not allowed to get A plus. If you miss 2, you get B or lower. You're not allowed to get A. If you miss 3, you get C or lower. If you miss 4, you will get D or lower. If you get 5, regardless of what score you did in class, your final exam, we don't have final exam. Exam 1 get 100, exam 2 get 100. But if you miss 5 assignment, you get F. Okay? But most of the time, no one miss anything. Okay? Like historically, no one miss anything. I didn't correct that. Lenny, is that still okay? I forget to correct that. When you submit the homework, it must not be a blank page or anything, okay? You have to do something. Homework 25%, 25 point, quiz 10 point, labs 5 point. How do you get the full score in the lab? You just go to the lab, you get full point. You don't have to do anything, you have to be there all the time. Homework 25 point, quiz 10 point, 3 field trip 10 point, exam 120, exam 220, final project 10, total 100. Okay, let's talk about project briefly for now, and we will have more later. Final project is in group. Okay, who don't have group? Everyone have group, right? You have your own group. Everyone in the group get the same score. Okay, unless there is some very special circumstance, then you may get something different. But that's normally don't occur. So this means you have to review what your colleagues did for you. Okay? And every semester I get a complaint like, hey, this guy didn't do anything. Why should she get 20 like me or something? Don't do that. That's indicate the like poor collaboration within your group, okay? Make it look good, okay? Let's say I'm a outsider. I don't know what's going on in your group, but the product that you submit must look good, okay? It's a teamwork. If they don't work, you can complain, but you have to do it early. You don't wait until the last day and then you come to see me. Hey, great, this guy didn't do anything. I asked you for how many weeks from the beginning. You cannot say that, okay? If it's, whenever it starts, you tell me or tell Mr. Bulat. Good? Great. A plus is for first 3 high score. Who want to get A plus? We too many people, we give just 3. Okay. Who do you think you are? 3 people? You can still want, but you look at other people first who raise his hand, okay? And that's the person that you compete against. You have to be the first 3. The rest you get A, B, C, D, or F. You can get F if you earn F. If you earn F, it's what you earn, it's not what I give you. You earn it. Okay, it's not my fault. The third digit or more will round to the second digit. For example, 89.990001 will be rounded up to 90.00. So don't come to see me and argue about, hey, I get more on this digit, round it up. No, I don't do anything. 89.99 is B. You cannot say 89.99 is A. No, 89.99 is B. And if you come to see me, I will tell, I'm really proud of you. You are the best student among the B students, okay? But you get B. When you come to the exam, I think these rules are the same. Have TD, you driver license, that's the same. Was not the same. Okay. Academic integrity statement, read it. And in the homework, you will have to answer it. Okay. Without reading it now, okay, I will ask question later. And we have academic dishonesty sanction grid. There's a website, TDU website for the sanction grid. Okay. How much should be my penalty if I didn't do it? Unexpected academic dishonesty from TA and grader. So if TA cheat or grader cheat, they will get a proper sanction from the university. Even though they didn't enroll, they will get a proper sanction according to university rule. For TA, you can read it, but they don't do anything like that. I hope, but I check. Okay. New part. Missing on exam with a university excuse for non-emergency cases. So you know it in advance. For example, you get a job interview. Who already get a new job? How many of you get a job? Oh my God, you don't? Okay, you have a job. For some of you that don't have a job yet, you will do a job interview, right? And believe it or not, the career service give me the letter every semester that, hey, this university is excused from whatever happened in the class. It's okay, that's the university excuse. We have policy to handle that. So that, because exam is a must. I don't know if you know anything or not, if you don't take the exam. And you already have the old exam. If you memorize it and you take the exam, you should get A just fine, but okay. I know that you have the old exam too, so the new exam is different. Any student who missed an exam or exam in university skill will have option to select whether she or he would like to receive the grade of I, incomplete, or getting 0. Okay. The correction of the grade of I is to be done according to the university policy after May for those who is not graduating by the end of spring 2018. But most of you, maybe 99% is graduating this semester, right? This should be your last semester, should it? Or you have more? You don't expect anything more. For students who submit the intent to graduate in this semester or will graduate in this spring, the miss the exam with university excuse, you will be allowed to take the makeup exam if the following conditions are fulfilled. Number one is an emergency. Okay, but what if it's not emergency? You know it in advance. At least 72 hours before the exam start time, you have to tell me. Okay, let's read this. It is a non-emergency university skill event. Can know it beforehand, and a student submits by email the university skills letter to me, to professor or any valid evidence that the non-emergency university skills case at least 72 hours before the exam start time, and visit with professor in person, not TA, at least 72 hours before the exam start time to arrange the make-up exam date before original exam date. So this is to prevent someone who don't prepare for the exam and the last minute, hey, let me get interview, okay, on this day. Typically, when they do interview, they give you several dates and tell you when you are available, right? So, but somehow, 2 days before, hey, I decide to be available on the exam date. And okay, that's university skills. I don't have enough time to prepare for the exam. Hey, is that going to, like, you can get away with that? No. Okay? You have to tell me 72 hours before the exam time. Okay? And any, if you don't do it, what happens? Okay? In case, so if you don't do it, no makeup exam will be given, and you will get I, incomplete. Okay? To be fair with everyone. So if you, last year we have like short notice on the interview, but it's way more than 72 hours. Okay, even if with a short notice, it's still longer than that. So if you don't be able to do 72 hours, email me and meet with me to arrange a time. You can take your interview and you will get I. Okay? But most of the time the company tell you like 7 days in advance or 1 week or something. Okay? No makeup exam will be given if you don't tell me anything. Good? You don't like this rule. You like it? Yes, like it. Oh, what's your name, sir? Yeah, you do that. Yes?
Clarence.
Clarence? Why do you like this rule? Why do you like this rule? It's good. It's good, yes. That's what he said. It is to make every one of you take the exam. Okay? You have to take the exam. And this part is quite long. If you submit non-university skill letter but not visit with professor in person to arrange the makeup exam before the exam time, the makeup exam will be given and the student will get it either incomplete grade or 0, whatever the option they like. So if you don't come to take the exam, you get 0. Okay. Sometimes you get flu, you get like, if you get flu on the exam, then you need to pay some money for the doctor to get the doctor letter, okay? In that case, it is kind of emergency and you don't know it in advance. You will get the makeup exam, okay? But you have to do something too. You have to tell me, there's a rule for that. You have to tell me as early as you can after you like not getting sick, okay? And then we will make the makeup exam. And the makeup exam doesn't need to be the same exam. It may not. It may be. What's your name, ma'am? Do you enroll in this class?
Yes.
Where's the sign-up sheet?
It's here.
What time is it? What time is it? It's 32. It's 32. No, don't let her sign it. Don't let her sign it. She's it's 32. My watch is 32. So you missing or late on the first 2 days of class is excused by you. You are allowed to sit in here because you have to do the report, okay? If you miss for the first 2 days, it's okay because university allow you to miss it. It's before the last day to add the course. The last day to add the course is next Tuesday. So if you miss today, you're fine. You have just to do the report. If you don't do the report, okay, let me go back to the previous page. If you don't do the report, at most you will get, if you don't do the report, at most you are allowed to get just A, not A plus. Okay, so don't come late. Okay, don't come late. Everyone sign the name, except those who come late. Who didn't sign the name? Now you. Okay. So good. Don't come late. Come 30 minutes late. Come on. That's too much. Okay. Okay. Policy missing exam with university excuse for emergency case. If emergency case, you contact me within 72 hours after the end of the excuse period by email. For example, if you get a car accident, you go to hospital for several days, and when you can, when you are okay, then you email me within 72 hours when doctor let you go home. So that's okay, and you will have makeup exam. What else? Traveling back to Lombok after a long break. When students decide to leave Lombok during a long break, he or she is responsible for allocating enough time to travel back. If you do international flight, expect the flight to get delayed. Okay? So, and expect some time for your jet lag. In emergency event, active shooter event, go to the website and watch the video. It's a 45 minutes. But in conclusion, I watched that video. It takes some time. Who watched that video? None of you? I should call the name. Gildon Uger. No, it's not good. Gideon, Gideon. He's in Houston too. Jordan Wagner, Jordan. Hey Jordan, what do you do in the case of active shooter? What? Lock the door, barricade the door. Okay. So yeah, that's a my way to do it. But most of the time, if you can run. Okay, in the emergency event, exam will be cancelled. For example, if we are in the lockdown, don't worry about the exam. We cancel the exam. I am not responsible for it. If you die because you are doing my exam, something. In the case of exam, there's a bomb threat. Last semester we had bomb threat, right? I will cancel the exam. You don't have to worry about it. You just run. Okay? This really said, police come in the first 60 seconds. It takes like 1 minute or more for police to come. And most of the casualty happen in the first 60 seconds. Police not here, no one help you. You are, even police say you are responsible for your own life. Not me, okay? So you run, alright? And you don't call the police until it's safe to do so. What else? In case of fire, you go to designated outdoor safe meeting area. We have several places. That parking lot to one of them. Tornado, you go to the shelter near the restroom or somewhere behind 102. Gun policy, we follow the Senate rule, blah 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 blah. I need to know what to do. You must have LTC, license to carry, or blah blah blah. Weapon must be concealed all the time, follow penalty code, read it. ADA statement, any student who because of disability, blah blah blah, okay, read it. Religious holiday, this for you to read. Discrimination, harassment, sex violation statement, this is a standard statement that university asked me to put in, okay? Text that the university is going to provide and strengthen educational working, blah, 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 blah. So if anything bad happen, you, call police or something, or visit the website and file the report online. I think that's what it is. Civility in the classroom, Texas Tech is a community for blah, 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 blah. So in the classroom, students who disrupt this classroom mission by root, growth, development of foster, blah, 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 blah. Just study, okay? Don't talk too loud. Just that. LGBTQIA support, I align to blah, 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 blah. If you have a problem, you contact. There's a website for Texas Tech. I have a question. Alena C. Carter. What is the second field trip date? Second field trip date. Where do we go? Okay, good. So you are listening. Detailed schedule. Maybe the most important thing, maybe. Oh, okay. One more thing. Quiz can be on any day without any prior notice. There can be as many as 2 quizzes per day. When do we have quiz? When we don't have many students here. Okay. So for example, one day you decide to, like half of the class decide to not come. I will ask Tolani, go upstairs, get a paper, and give it to each of you. And I may just ask some question and you write the question, answer down, and all those who come get 100, just that. So the day that we have quiz, most likely is the day that not many people come. That's what it is, okay? Oh, and when I cannot include the content in the exam. Look at this. We have exam on 26, right? Heat transfer exam 2. So I teach heat transfer on this day. It cannot be on the exam. And later on I teach flow assurance and then wax S14 in pipeline. Those things cannot be in the exam. How do I know if you know it or not? It has to be on the quiz. Okay? And there's no other way. Look at this. Homework 10. Homework 10 just cover the material taught before it, which is multi-phase flow. That's homework 10. It doesn't include flow assurance or vacuum evolution in pipeline. How do you know that you know it? It has to be quiz, right? That's the only way. So it is more likely than usual. It doesn't mean that it will, but I think it's have a good chance. Okay. Mega class will be on May 8th if needed. For example, if we have to cancel the exam or cancel some class, lab 1 next Wednesday, okay, and lab 2, for lab 1 and field trip 1, we need 50-50. I will have TA send out the online sign up sheet. Okay, sign up Genius or something and post the link in Blackboard and then you select which session you want to attend. I have more questions for you. Anyone have any question?
Yes, sir.
So on syllabus, there's 3 labs, but on Raider Link, we have a lab every week. Is there just 3 labs?
4.
4? Okay.
4 is, we have, okay, look at this one. This one is a contact hours, and this column is a cumulative contact hours. When you enroll for 4 credit hours, the total cumulative contact hours must be 60, okay? And so if you do 3 credit hours, you have 3 hours per week for 15 weeks, that is 45 hours with professor. And you do something by yourself at home for 6 more hours every 3 hours that you do in class, right? Is that so? So every homework you expect to spend about 6 hours to do it. But actually it's less than that, 1 hour, half an hour or something. Yes?
We only have 10 homeworks?
You may have 10 homeworks or not. Maybe 1 more. Yes, we only have that.
Just checking.
Yeah, we only have that 10 homework. So look at this one. Short course, 1.5 hours. I expect you to spend 1.5 hours in the short course on the convention center or somewhere in downtown. So, and put that in the homework or do the summary or something. So total contact hour is 60 and we end over there. No more question from me? Question for you. Tony, can I have the sign-up sheet, please? Who's a volunteer? Anyone want to volunteer? No one? Okay. If you did you put the number? Put the number. Write it down, please, and write the name. Whoever volunteer, I will give this hard copy of the syllabus as a prize. You want it? You don't need to print it, and you can show it to man. You want that? What's your name, sir?
Oh, man. Alex Kroll. No, Levi McCurdy.
Levi McCurdy. Okay, Levi McCurdy. I have a question about the academic misconduct.
Say it again?
Academic misconduct.
Oh, okay.
If other people, not you, cheat on the exam, you see it, and it's very clear that he or she cheat.
Yeah.
Will you tell me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Next question. Just for you. So that you get this. Okay. What is the impact on you if other people cheat, but you didn't cheat?
It increases the grade of the test and then makes me do worse.
when other people cheat, it doesn't make you do worse. Okay. You do. There's no interaction. Let's say you don't even know that he cheated. There's no interaction between you and that person. How can he make you do worse? You will do the same thing whatever you would do, right? When I grade it, it's not grade on the average or mean or anything. I grade it based on my score.
Right, but like if he's increasing the average of the test, and so like let's say
That doesn't impact your grade. I promise. I promise. If none of you get 80 on the test, maybe all you get B. It doesn't mean that at least a certain number have to get A. No. If all you earn F, you get F. I don't expect that. So, okay, let me tell you something. Last year, 50% of the class, or maybe a little bit more, get A, and another half get B, because they were good students. They come to class every time, they do every homework, they do everything correctly. So if you just come to class every time, do homework, you get either A or B. Okay. So what's the impact? Lee one.
yes,
What's the impact if other people cheat?
if other people cheat, what's the impact?
Or you don't get any impact? You mad at that? Are you okay with that?
No. No, I'm not okay with it.
Okay, you're not okay with it. Why?
I expect a certain level of excellence from 5 Department of Petroleum.
Think about it like this. If other people cheat, they get the same grade that you get. Your grade doesn't mean anything. And if you know that many people cheat and they graduate, and you get a job, you become the person who interview other people. Will you get Texas Tech graduate student? Anyone who graduate from Texas Tech, you will have doubt. Hey, maybe this guy cheat, right? Because you know what happened in Texas Tech. Right? Do you want to take someone who cheat and get A in the course? You don't want to. And what if 50% of people do that and get A and pass? You don't want to hire anyone from Texas Tech, right, anymore, even though you're from Texas Tech. So cheating do impact you. It impacts your degree. It makes your degree look bad. Your degree doesn't mean much. It means something, but when everyone else who cheat and get the same thing that you got, so it's not good, right? So do not cheat. And if you cheat, it impacts the Texas Tech community, including me. How come I let everyone cheat and get away with that? I have no intention of that. So I want to emphasize that if you cheat, you will get caught. When you get caught, what do? I contact ORS. Not ORS, that's Office of Research. Office of Student Conduct to find out how many times that you cheat. It may not be the first time. Okay? Good? And on the homework, expect to do like statement on the student conduct or something, because that's what we emphasize in this course. So, okay? Mr. Bulan, do you want to talk about the ethics in engineering? Okay.